All right, now I'm back. All right, well, that was crazy. I don't know why it did this. That was some crazy settings. Fix this. All right, there we go. All right, now we're back. I do not know why, like, for whatever reason, I did not. It wouldn't let me have chat. So now we got check that. So now I can actually see what's going on. I can see chats that you guys are throwing up. So now we're good. So now let's get back to what we were doing. Let me make sure I'm looking at the right stream here. There we go. Got that perfect. All right. Let's switch back over. Different screen. All right, so we're back. We've already got the machine started. We've connected the machine. It takes a couple minutes for it to load. Now we need to load up the attack box. So let's scroll back up here and load our attack box. Now with our attack box up, I'm going to have to make this smaller so we can actually see it, but I know you guys can't see it this way. What we will do is we're going to switch over to this screen, and I'll be way up here at the top. So if you're on stream and you're looking for me, I'm like around what? Like around here? Up there? There it is. I'm up there somewhere. So we've got our attack box loaded. We've gone through, I already went through the story. This is the epitome of first day jitters, right? So now we've got our attack box up. We do see the IP address of the attack box. We're waiting for our box to load. Actually, our attack box is loading, but the box that we're using, the machine that we're going to be using in this task, is up and on. So we got 50% waiting for that to load. So let's go through this real quick. So investigating the website. The website we're investigating is a YouTube to MP3 converter currently being shared amongst the organizations of SOC-mas. You've decided to dig a little deeper after hearing some concerning reports about this website. So a lot of us use, or many people do use, MP3 converters or MP4 converters from YouTube. People will go out, take the link, and throw those into websites. And sometimes those websites actually have malware sitting in the back of them. Oh, y'all like those transitions? I got another transition we can throw in there too. So that's our Christmas wrapping transition. While we're talking about this, let's go ahead and move over to this. That way I've got a bigger... Oh, now you can see my face. And then once we actually get to the point to where we're doing stuff, I'll move myself from the bottom left or bottom right hand corner up to the top while we do this on the attack box. All right, so it says from your attack box, you can access the website by visiting 10.10.182.67. So let's go ahead and switch back over. I'm gonna move myself up to the top here. Let me slide on up here, and let's go ahead and close this terminal out. And we're gonna open up Firefox on here. It says from your attack box, accessing the website, we can now go to 10.10.182.67. So let's check that out. We say 10.10.182.67. Hey, why can we not? Oh, you know what? I'm going to guess that's what it is. Yeah, most of these boxes on TryHackMe do not have HTTPS. They're all HTTP. At first glance, the website looks legit. It's presentable. The About page even says that it was made by The Glitch. Let's check out the About page. Ooh, this is a converter. All right. Welcome to The Glitch's all-in-one converter. Your totally independent solution for all your conversion needs. Awesome. The Glitch is crushing it over here with their website. Scrolling down, you'll see the feature list, which promises to be secure and safe. From our experience, it's probably not likely. If y'all can't see it, then let me know. But I'm hoping it's big enough and you guys can read everything that's on screen. All right, so YouTube to MP3 converter websites. Let's talk about those for a minute. These websites have been around for a long time. They offer a convenient way to extract audio or video from YouTube videos, making them very popular. However, historically, these websites have been observed to have significant risks such as... Wait, good. Oh, okay. I'm sitting here reading chat, so I popped off a little bit. In fact, I'm going to take chat. I'm going to move it up onto... Hey, where did it go? Oh no, I lost chat. Where did my chat go? What in the world? Awesome. I have no idea where chat is. I do have another box open so I can see some chat. There we go. Oh, there we go. Now it'll pop back up. All right. Let me pull it into here. This way I can see what's going on. All right, we'll continue on. However, historically, these websites have been observed with significance, such as malvertising, phishing scams, bundled malware. What nefarious things does this website have in store for us? All right, let's get some tunes. So getting some tunes, let's find out by pasting any YouTube link in the search form by pressing the convert button, and then we'll select whether it's a MP3, MP4. This should download a file that we want to investigate. For example, if we use... It says it's a classic. All right, if it's a classic, what could this be? If it's a classic, what's a classic? So let's go ahead and, well, let's see. Okay, well, let's see what's in here. It says it's a classic. Oh, wait a second. Come on, let's load. Let's see what's on here. I think I saw a face that I'm pretty familiar with. Just reject them. Go away. Yeah. Okay, so it did not play because we're not signed in. And I'm not going to sign into it. Okay, so it's showing. It looks like that showed that it was Rick Astley. Once downloaded, navigate to your downloads folder in the attack box. Alright, so it's going to want us to download this. Wait a second. Why is it telling us that it is... Please enter a valid YouTube URL. Alright, convert. It doesn't see this as a valid URL. Well, let's do this real quick. All right, let's copy this and let's see if we can put it into here. Oh, don't jump ahead. Put it on our clipboard. I'm about to give up on this converter because it keeps saying that this is fake. Oh, there we go. Maybe we had something else in there. All right, so let's say if we pull the MP3 down right now, it's in progress. We're going to pull down the MP3. And this, of course, is a super secure site, as they always are. Go ahead and download this file. And if we download this file, I mean, since we're just going ham with this, we'll go ahead and extract it. Let's extract it to the desktop. So we've got song MP3 and song MP3. All right. So what's it say? Once downloaded, navigate to your downloads folder. If you're using the attack box, you can go to the root directory. So let's go ahead. Let's drop this down. Go to a terminal. And let's go ahead and change our directory to desktop. What are we doing here? Come on. LS. There we go. Okay, now we see our songs. All right. So once you download it, navigate to the songs. We extract it. So we extracted it. Perfect. Now you'll see 2 extracted files. Okay. To quickly determine the file's contents, double click on the terminal icon on the desktop. Run the file command for each one. And first, let's try checking. So, okay, so let's say file and then song MP3. And it says that it is a, hopefully y'all can see that. It says that it is a version. I'm gonna make this big. And we're gonna move this in. All right. So it says that it is a song.mp3 is an audio file with the ID version 2.3.0 containing MPEG, ADTS, layer 3, so forth. So it looks like it is a legit MP3 song. And this is what it's showing us here. This is what's awesome about TryHackMe. So you don't have to be somebody that's been in the industry for a long time. You can be somebody that is brand new to the game, that is just learning. And for these next 24, 25 days, you're going to get all kinds of different types of rooms that come in here. This one is going to be like more along the lines of OPSEC, so operational security. And you'll see that as I'm doing this, not only do we walk through all of this and it shows us what's going on, but it's got all the commands it's showing you. So if you actually come to a spot where it's like, hey, did I do this right? It's usually in there. The cool thing, one of the cool things that TryHackMe does have this year is it's got AI built into it. So you can come down here on the left-hand side, you've got this little, looks like a pause button. You can click on it and it says if you're stuck on something, then why don't you go ahead and ask this guy, what do I do next? Or what can we do from here? And this will see where you're stuck and it'll say, hey, maybe you should do this next. So for us, let's go ahead and just, for the heck of it, let's go ahead and click I'm stuck. And let's see what this says. Could you please explain where you're stuck? Let's see. This one, maybe, what should I do next? We're just playing with this for right now. We'll see. Let's see. Since you've already converted the video, downloaded the output file, your next step would be to analyze the file. Use the file command and the exiftool. Oh, exiftool. So we're going to use an exiftool to examine the downloaded file for any suspicious characteristics. If you need help with the analytics, let me know. Perfect. Awesome. AI echo for the win. There you go. So we're going to go ahead and drop this down. But that's something that you can use, which is awesome that TryHackMe's done this. It's like your right-hand man on the side, right? I don't know what I'm doing. Can you please help? Wouldn't that be awesome if we had that all the time? Somebody tell me what to do. Let's go ahead and drop this down. All right, so we'll move on. There does not seem to be anything suspicious with this particular file. How about the second file? So let's go ahead and I'm just going to hit the up arrow key, right? And it'll change this from an N to an M. And we'll hit that. And it says, whoa! Okay, let's look what this one says. It says song or song MP3 is a Windows shortcut. Item ID list present points to a file or directory, has a relative path, has a working directory, has command line. Whoa, has command line arguments, an archive, ctime equals. So this is definitely not an MP3 file. So this might be something we need to look into. So it says, now this is more interesting. The output tells us that instead of an MP3 file, this looks like it's a Windows shortcut, also known as a .lnk file or a link file. This file type is used in Windows to link to another file, folder, or application. These shortcuts can also be used to run commands, which that is one of the biggest things. So if you are here and you're usually in the mornings when you're on and maybe you're sitting here watching Jerry do the daily cyber brief, you hear about phishing messages that have LNK files that are dumped into it. This is what they're talking about. These LNK files get put in there. They're links to something else that can run something, and that's what just happened here. So it looks like we've downloaded an LNK file. So it says this type of file is used in Windows to link to another file, folder, or application. These shortcuts can also be used to run commands. If you've ever seen these shortcuts on a Windows desktop, you already know what they are. All right, so there are multiple ways to inspect an LNK file. So we're going to use exiftool, and if you don't know what exiftool is, every single file out there has what we call metadata. Everybody watching this probably understands what metadata is. It's that data in the back of the file that you don't necessarily see, but if you have a tool, you can look at it and you can find out who made the file, where's it from, and so forth. So what they want us to do is they want us to use the exiftool. So let's do exiftool. Okay, and then let's say not the song, but the somg.mp3 file, and let's click on that and let's see what we get. Oh, hey. So here's our output for that specific file, and we can see a whole bunch of stuff in here. So we see that from the exiftool itself, we see what type of file it is, or we see the file name. We see the directory, it's in the current directory. We see the size is 2.1 KB. We see when it was last modified. We see the file type right here. This is crucial right here. So it says it's a .mp3 file, and you would think it's a .mp3 file, but in all reality, it's a .lnk file. All right, so the application type, we've got specific flags on here. We've got attribute types, but we're also seeing here that it says a target file is PowerShell. It's wanting to run PowerShell. So we see local base path is going to be Windows System 32 PowerShell.exe, and we'll see a relative path that's trying to run version 1 PowerShell, which I think we're like version 8 now, 7 or 8. But here's the big one right here, command line arguments. You see all these different command line arguments, and we see something in here where it says EP and he's got bypass. So if you're not a PowerShell person, at the beginning of every PowerShell script, you have the ability, you can run a command that will allow you to bypass what the current machine is using. So if the current machine like has it locked down, you can put bypass in there, and then if PowerShell actually is able to kick off, you can bypass it and become the administrator on that PowerShell script for that specific session. Or not section, but session. So we've got here bypass. We've got create a new object. We're going to download a file. So we've got a file download here. And look, it looks like it's downloading a PowerShell script. So this link file is actually downloading a PowerShell script. Let's go ahead and open up this link. It looks like it goes to GitHub. So if I open the link in here, oh, now we see the whole script. Let's still go through. Let's leave that up, and we'll come back to that in a minute. Do we have anything else on here? So no, that's there. We got program data. So it looks like what it's going to do is it's going to pull this script down. It's going to add it to program data. It's going to put it in a s.ps1. So it's going to rename it, and then it's going to run and execute this file with raw and own your machine. Basically, is what. But we'll walk through the script in just a second. We'll see. So let's see what it wants us to do. So look throughout the output and locate a command used as a shortcut file. If you scroll down through the output, you will see it's a PowerShell command. So yeah, we saw that. We saw there's a PowerShell command, and it's going to explain on here. So this is great too, right? So I just kind of explained what it is, but it has in here what actually happens, right? So what we see in here is that we have the EP bypass, and those are the flags that disable PowerShell's usual restrictions, right? And allows you to run with a higher level of security. It's going to download that file, put that file somewhere, and it's going to run that execution. And it says if you visit the contents of the file to be downloaded, using your browser, so we've already done that. We've clicked on it, we've opened it up. You'll see just how lucky we were that we're not running Windows, right? We're running Linux, so this is not really going to affect us because we're running Linux. But if we were running Windows, we could run this thing and we would have had a lot of fun. Okay, so it gives us the output here. It says the script is designed to collect highly sensitive information from the victim system, such as cryptocurrency wallets. Okay, so we haven't seen that yet, so let's go back over here and let's take a look at that. No, I don't want that. Where is my... There it is. All right, so here's GitHub. Let me see if I can make this bigger. And let's kind of walk through this real quick. I don't want to go through the whole thing because this looks like a pretty long script. But to start off with, of course, we're gonna throw some ASCII art on there. So as soon as this thing runs, we're gonna see glitch all over the place, and we see that it was created by the one and only Eminem. So you know, the rapper Eminem. Maybe not. All right, so it's gonna call the function. It's gonna print the ASCII art. So it's gonna throw that up on the screen. And it says it's going to create a new path. It's going to create a file called stolen_information.txt. So it's going to take that file and it's going to put that in the background. It's going to pull it in memory. And then it looks like we've got a function here. And it looks like this function says wallet paths. And it looks like it's looking for Bitcoin wallets, Ethereum, Monero wallet, and Dogecoin wallet. So it looks like this specific malware is going to be something that's going to go out and try and rip off all of our crypto wallets. It's going to add all that content to the wallet. We can go through all here. It's got a function in here. We got browsers, Chrome. So it's going to look in your It's going to look in your Chrome browser. It's going to look in your Firefox browser. Do some tests. Functions. Oh, look, here we go. So now we also have a C2 server, right? So now we've got something that's going to send everything back. Send everything to the info C2 server, and here's our website, Powershell. What's in your wallet? Yeah, there you go. What's in your wallet? That would have been awesome. What's in your wallet? Using the invoke web request. So it looks like what we're doing here, or what we have here, is we had a PowerShell script that basically is going to run. It's crypto miner, for the lack of a better term. It's going to rip everybody's crypto out of the wallet, save it, and then send it over to this server. All right, let's move over. Okay, such as cryptocurrency wallets and saved browser credentials, and then send it to the attacker's remote server. So we've got that. Disclaimer: all content in this room, including yeah, you might not want to do that. This looks fairly typical of a PowerShell script for such a purpose, with one notable exception. There is a signature in the code that reads, yeah. So at the top of this, remember we saw this up here at the top, we see the person got a little, we have a little vain person says, hey, guess what? I'm the master. I'm the one that's out here. I know what I'm doing. And because I know what I'm doing, I'm going to let you all know who I am. I am the one and only M.M. All right, so searching through the source code, there are many paths we could take to continue our investigation. We could investigate the website further. Yeah, we could go through this website further. We could analyze its source code, or search for open directories that might reveal more about the malicious actor's setup. All right, we could search for the hash or the signature on a public malware website or malware databases like VirusTotal and AnyRun. I love AnyRun. Some of y'all have seen me use that on streams. Each of these methods could yield something useful. They could. Maybe AnyRun would actually give us where it's coming from or so forth. However, in this room, what we're trying to do something a bit different. Since we already have the PowerShell code, searching for it online might give us useful leads. It's a long shot, but let's go ahead and try to explore this in this exercise. There are many places we can search for code. The most widely used is GitHub, so let's try searching there. So, in all reality, we already know that's on GitHub, right? Because, I mean, we see it up here, GitHub raw content, right? So this person looks like they've got a GitHub account. So we can go to GitHub and we can search, maybe we can search for this right here in GitHub, and it looks like they already have a direct link for this. So let's go ahead and copy this. Let's copy it. Copy. Paste. All right, perfect. Let's see if we can put that in here. All right, perfect. So it looks like we actually do have something. PowerShell versions. We've got M&M. So what do we got here? Search for this on GitHub or go directly to this link. So we've got that in here. You'll notice something interesting if you explore the pages and the results. So we have two results in here. We have people talking back and forth. So let's go ahead and click on here. Let's see what we got. So we got Adam1C byte commented 5 hours ago. Looks like we got a lot of people. Looks like somebody decided to come in here. Okay, this is the one we actually want. No problem, Space Tacos. Have a good rest of the day. This is what we actually wanted. It looks like somebody decided to throw their own comments into this, which is awesome. So note, if you receive an error below, it's because GitHub has rate limits in place. If you're not signed in, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So let's look. If you're looking through this, or if you're looking through the search results, you might be able to infer malicious actor's identity based on the information on the project's page and the GitHub issues. So remember, what we're doing here is we're talking about bad OPSEC, right? So we're talking about bad operational security, and operational security is something companies do, something individuals do, to make sure that they're not putting stuff out there that they shouldn't be. Like we all heard before, was it Samsung? Bad operational security, they copied all their code and they threw it into ChatGPT, right? Not good operational security. This, in this sense, what we're trying to look for is we're trying to see if this person that created this malware has bad operational security. So did they at some point, because we know they signed it with .mm, so did they put anything else out there? Is there anything, any other website, any other place out on the internet that might be signed by this m.m person? So it says, hey, we got mayor of, so we have Warville THM. So we have the Warville of TryHackMe, and it says, hey, bloatware, I came across this pretty cool C++ script of yours and I would like to use it for Wareville. My only issue is that it's not too good with C++. I'm not too good with C++, and I don't really vibe. I'm much more comfortable with PowerShell. The code does some interesting things, like searching for wallets and browser credentials, files, and sending the findings to a C2 server. I'd love to cross-check my PowerShell version of this, especially since my C++ skills are not as sharp as the butter knife, or is about as sharp as a butter knife these days. Appreciate your guidance, blah, blah, blah. So you can see that we've gone through all of this stuff in here, and it looks like we've got Warville THM. So we can keep scrolling through here. Do we see anything that might stick out? Bloatware, we're going through these different things. Yes, you're free. So they're going back and forth. And look, we have everybody chiming in. So everybody today that has done this already, awesome. Everybody's already commented on this. This is fantastic. All right, so let's talk about OPSEC here. So introduction to OPSEC. This is a classic case of OPSEC failure, which we already really talked about. Operational security is a term originally coined in the military to refer to the process of protecting sensitive information and operations from adversaries. The goal is to identify and eliminate potential vulnerabilities before the attacker can learn their identity. So in context of cybersecurity, when malicious actors fail to follow proper OPSEC, they might leave digital traces that can be pieced together to reveal their identity. All right. Some common OPSEC mistakes include reusing usernames, email addresses, account handles, using identifiable metadata code, posting publicly on forums, failing to use VPN or proxy, which we're not worried about VPN or proxy here because we didn't have anything there, You'd think that someone doing something bad, right? Somebody, a bad actor, would probably think about their OPSEC before they did something bad. You want to cover your tracks. Like, I'm not sitting here saying, hey, if we're gonna do something bad, let's cover our tracks. But if you're doing something, you would think that you're gonna cover your tracks so you're not found out. And in all reality, you can't cover everything you do on the internet. That's just, it is what it is. Most people have tendencies. Like for me, I put DJ BSEC on everything, so I have horrible OPSEC when it comes to that. So if you look that up, you're going to find me all over the place, right? So if I go do something bad and I sign it with DJ BSEC, that's probably not smart because you're going to find me right away. That's kind of what they're getting at here. For example, here's some real world OPSEC. So Alpha Bay admin takedown, one of the most spectacular operational security failures involved Alexander Cases, the administrator at Alpha Bay. It was one of the largest dark web marketplaces. He unfortunately decided to sign up and use his actual email address when he did this. Therefore, the government was able to go back and forth and then find out who it was. We also see the Chinese military group here, APT1, Wang Dong. He signed his malware code with Ugly Gorilla, and he just happened to be posting on other forums with that, so that's amazing. So that's the kind of stuff we're talking about here. Let's see. I'm reading RMcast 155, same from me. Yeah, exactly, right? We all do it. I mean, the whole thing right now is you want to make sure that every site that you're on, whether it's on LinkedIn or YouTube, LinkedIn, YouTube, Discord, you want your names to be the same so everybody knows where you're at. Wherever you are, that's your name. So all right, so let's uncover who in the world is Eminem. All right, if you thoroughly investigated the GitHub search result, you should have uncovered several clues on poor OPSEC practices by the malicious actor. Okay, so we have not discovered who Eminem is yet. So let's see if we can't figure out who Eminem. Now, I will say this. Bloatware looks like he's got some, it looks like we know who Bloatware is. You can see a Yeti. I'm wondering if that's actual bloatware. Eminem was smart here. They did not put a picture, so maybe the picture's not that great. So let's see if we let's see, what can we do? We can look at pull requests. No pull requests, any actions, any insights, security. Oh, we've got issues here. Oh, come on now. All right, so we got PowerShell version. So this was opened. We've got milestones in here. So let's see. What's it say for us to do? We know the attacker left a distinct signature in the PowerShell script MM. This allowed us to search for the related. So we discovered issues where the attacker engaged in discussion, providing more context, linking their activity projects. So, oh, did they link their activities? I did not. See, we didn't read through this whole thing. So let's scroll through here and see. So we put stuff in here. Did they link activities in here? Looks like I might be stuck. So here's bloatware. Now we've got the crypto wallet, but we're not looking for bloatware. We're looking for Eminem. So let's see if we can find Eminem. So bloatware owns this repository. He's got the C++ on here. This is all C++. Oh, so here's all your C++ stuff in here. All right, let's back up because I think what we need to do is we need to find Eminem's repo. Let's get back to this repo. So let's click on him. Oh, here we go. Here's, oh, all right. So now we're on Eminem's repo. So can we find something from Eminem? Here's Eminem. Oh, here we go. So we have a README page, Eminem. So Eminem, TryHackMe. So hi, I'm Eminem, also known as Mayor Malware. So now we have a name. Not only did it sign everything with Eminem, but let's go ahead and throw our full name out there. So Eminem, I run things in Wartown or Warville. This year's SOC-mas is not going to happen, and I will do all I can to sabotage it, blah, blah, blah. All right, so it looks like we have found that it looks like the Mayor Malware is the one that did this. And I'm 47 minutes in. I was hoping I was going to be faster with this. All right, so in this discussion, they responded to a query about modifying the code. The response, compare the unique handler. I think what's next? Okay, so McSkitty's dig deeper, her mind. Oh, we already read all that in the beginning. As McSkitty continued digging, a pattern emerged that didn't fit a persona she was piecing together. A different handle appeared in the obscure places buried deep in Eminem. Who is Eminem? McSkitty muttered. The mystery is deepening, even though all signs on the website seem to point to glitch, right? And I know I didn't read it at the beginning, but everybody can go back and read the start of this story. So the whole story in itself starts out that you have glitch, and glitch is supposed to be this bad person, and come to find what you're reading in the story is glitch is somebody that's out there to help. So McSkitty's talking to glitch in here, and basically what we're finding out is glitch is not a bad person, glitch is a good person, but it looks like MM, which we have now discovered is the mayor of malware right here, has tried to sign his malware with the name of glitch to make it seem like somebody, just like you would see like maybe North Korea is going to sign it and make it look like it's Russia, or Russia's going to sign their malware and make it look like they're North Korea. You see those tactics, techniques, and procedures, right? Those TTPs put in place. So we see what Mayor Malware is doing here. All right. Even though all signs on the website seem to point to glitch as the author, it became clear that someone had gone to great lengths to ensure that glitch's name appeared everywhere. Yet the scattered traces left by MM suggested a deliberate effort to shift the blame. So there you go. All right. So let's look at this real quick. Looks like the song MP3 file is not what we expected. Run the exiftool on song MP3 in your terminal. Final. Okay, so did we do that? We did not do that. Who is the author of the MP3 file? Let's drop this down. Where are we at? We need to go back to the desktop. And let's run a list. We still have the song, so we need to run the exiftool on the MP3 song MP3. Oh, looky here. All right. We have the one and only Tyler Ramsby as our artist. And I think that's what they're asking for. The author of the song is Tyler Ramsby, so let's put that in. Is that correct? Old Black Hoodie on himself is the one that did this. All right, the malicious Powershell script sends stolen information to a C2 server. What is the URL? So we already found that, right? We found what the URL server is. Hey. Oh, come on. Where'd my... There we go. Let's go back to here. We had our C2 server. We saw that down here. Okay, it's Powershell. So let's copy this. I think we're gonna have to stick it in here. Perfect. And let's see if we can put that in here, and if this is correct, submit. All right, perfect. All right, who is MM? Maybe his GitHub page. We saw his profile, so we saw Mayor Mayor Malware? Mayor Malware. We'll submit that bad boy. All right, we got that. Mayor, we're crushing it. Haven't hit a snag yet. What is the number of commits on the GitHub repo where the issue was raised? So let's go back because I'm wondering. You know what? Let's do this. Let's see how good this thing is. How can I find the number of commits? All right, to find the number of commits for a GitHub repo, you can navigate to the repo's main page, which we're on the repo's main page. You will see the number of commits listed next to the branch name. Wait a second. Oh, we're not in the actual branch. Here we go. So here we go right here. That's our commit. So we have one commit. So look at old Echo powered AI over here just crushing it, telling us how we can find this stuff. So let's see, one commit. Let's see if one commit's right. Did Echo lead us in the right direction? Is there really a reason to have a hint if you can use Echo? All right, if you enjoyed this task, feel free to check out the OPSEC room. Awesome, there is an OPSEC room. We can go hit complete there. With all these GitHub repos, could they be hiding something else? Ooh, that's interesting. Sounds like there might be something coming up in the next couple of days on the same one. So let's go ahead and hit complete, and we've completed 100% today. Now tomorrow at 10 a.m. on this same site, let's go ahead and not spend all of TryHackMe's money. Let's go ahead and shut down this attack box because we are finished with this task. Let's scroll down. So there was the story for today. Let me switch over here. Now I can talk to everybody. Everybody can see my face. that was awesome. That was a little that was a quick room. I know it I've been running here for probably 40 or 50 minutes. We could have gone through that longer, or longer. Could have gone through it faster. But I do like when I go through these things, I like to read through it, give everybody a sense of what's going on, see if you've got any issues or I got any issues with the room, understand what we're doing. If I have examples, give those examples out. But it looks like today's room was pretty easy. They do get a little rougher, but they're never so hard that you can't complete them, right? And today's, let me scroll up here, because today's day one, and every single day they do drop a video. So somebody in the community, in the cyber security community, drops a video, has been given rights into that specific day to do that day, to do a walkthrough. So if you ever get stuck, you can always watch their walkthrough. Their walkthrough has everything going on in it. You can do that. Right here, we've got the one and only Ryan Montgomery. He did a great walkthrough. I watched his walkthrough. He does a great job. Everybody, there's a walkthrough done every single... Oh, let me go ahead and kill this one too. But there's a walkthrough every single day. I'll do a walkthrough, but I usually like to do my walkthrough way at the end of the day when everybody else has already done it. Because like I said, I mean, I'm an hour into this. I go slower through it because I like to talk my way through it. I like to go, hey, this is what I would see or what we would do in the real world, or why this looks like something in the real world, or kind of like we were talking about before with APTs and how when you're we had Mayor Malware over here trying to sign like he's glitch. He's not glitch, but he's trying to use that TTP to make himself look like he's glitched to kind of throw you off the case. But now McSkitty has figured out that it's not glitch, that it is Mayor Malware, and we'll see where we head to tomorrow. What are we going to find out? What is Mayor Malware trying to do, trying to sabotage this year so we can't have a fun SOC-mas? So tomorrow we'll see what happens. Today we finished. That was OPSEC. We always know what is going on for the day by looking right here. We'll see what it is. So today was OPSEC, right? Tomorrow maybe red team or something. Who knows what it is, but they'll put it there, right? And you'll see it every single day. So for that, I think I'm gonna Ooh, that's the wrong one. I probably need to remove that one. Let me see. You know, the other thing is, I don't see chat over here, and I should be seeing chat over here. I'm gonna have to look at that. So chat should have came up on screen. I'm not sure why I didn't. We'll have to look into that. Some things that we're working through. Trying to make the stream fun, interactive. I did move this specific stream over to YouTube, so there's not as much interactivity as there would be on Twitch. But because this isn't like a DJ stream, this isn't going crazy. This is, you know, we're getting down to business over here, right? Even though I'm in a velour Christmas suit, we're getting down to business and we're hacking. Struggle stream? Now, this wasn't a struggle stream. Now, I will say in the beginning, there was a struggle because for whatever reason, when I went live, it did not want to set up chat. It didn't want to have chat run. So I had to restart, which, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, so that's it for today. We will be back. I have not set a specific time because, of course, I work all day. I do have family things that I do at night. I may look at trying to continue to do these each night around 7 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central Time. But we'll see. If there's a day that I can't, and I know prior to that I'm not going to be able to do it, what I may end up doing is I may end up going through this, saving it just as raw as we did it right here, but save it and then throw it on as a premiere and have it up. But that way I have everything going every single day, whether or not it's live or not. I'm going to try and do as much as I can live, but I'm sure there's going to be days in the next 25 days that I just can't find time to do it live. I can find time to sit down and do it, but I'm not going to go live in the middle of the day when nobody's around. So I'll have a feeling 7-ish Central Time, maybe my time, because I know Casually Joseph is going to be running like 5 o'clock Eastern, which is like 4 o'clock my time. I'll probably try and do 7. Like I said, I like to give everybody a chance to just go do all their stuff first. I like watching everybody go through it throughout the day. And then of course, then I go through it. But we all have fun. This is what it's all about, is having fun, community, talking, going through these things and learning. Because what do? We just learned here. We learned how not to do OPSEC, right? So with that said, go out there and do good OPSEC, not bad OPSEC. Although we've already talked about how we all do bad OPSEC because we have our names everywhere. But all right, so I will see everybody probably tomorrow morning. For those that are going to be there for the daily cyber threat brief, I'll be there with Jerry, probably in the background, making sure everything runs as smooth as possible. We know how that runs every day. But until then, I will see everybody tomorrow morning. Have a good one, guys.